Hi, I'm AJ. Last week you heard from some members of the HumanWorks team about our compass. You heard from Sean about beginning and ending in gratitude. And you heard from Rebecca about acting on instinct. And I'm going to take you to a new point on that compass. To start, I'm actually going to show you my compass. Here it is. It was a gift. And if it looks brand new or unused, that's because it is. I don't really use this compass for getting around. Instead, I use one of these. Maybe you're the same. This smartphone can get me anywhere I need to go. And it's great as long as it's got battery, but as I'm using it to get around, it's also receiving lots of communication, messages, and alerts. And when the battery runs low, it really doesn't get me anywhere. Maybe you've been feeling that same way, so inundated right now by messages and updates and alerts that your battery is running low too. The idea that I want to share with you today is that maybe it's not all those messages and alerts that has your battery running low, but maybe that communication coming your way is simply incomplete. Here's what I mean. A leader that I used to work with always used to tell his people that communication is really made of three things. There's a sender, a receiver, and an acknowledgement that the message has been received. Maybe all the communications and notifications coming at you are just incomplete. We're all so focused on sending, sharing information that we aren't stopping to listen. And I get that, because when I think about adding value to others, my first thoughts go to how can I share a new idea with you, or speak to you, or tell you something that you don't know or you haven't thought of. When I think of creating value, I think of that first. But think of the value you can create just by listening. When you listen, you create a new understanding. You can gather a new perspective. When you listen, you can create stronger relationship. A relationship that can create even more value as you put two strong, unique abilities together in the future. When you listen, you're actually making an amazing contribution to someone else. So the truth of it is, you can't really solve a problem until you know what that problem is or how it's impacting others. And you can only learn that through listening. One great thing about the idea of listening is that it really is the identifier of a great leader. Right now, I think great leaders are listening. Something else that I think is really cool about listening is that it taps into another great attribute of a leader, which is curiosity. True leaders are truly curious. So how do you do this thing called listening? How do you crack a tough nut who maybe hasn't opened up or is holding something inside? Sometimes I believe it just takes the right question. So I thought today I'd share some questions with you that maybe you can use to start listening. How about this? Is there anything you need right now? A great question, a simple question that could open up a great opportunity to listen. What's your biggest challenge in this shift to working from home right now? And what's working for you that I could share with someone else? What have we not communicated that could help you do your job better? What's your biggest frustration right now? And how can I help you solve it? Who's been there for you this week? And who do you need to communicate with more? Then maybe thinking even outside that individual relationship, what solution can we bring to a client or a member right now that they haven't thought of or that they don't know that they need? All good questions that can keep you moving forward. All an opportunity to do that third step in communication, which is acknowledge the message has been received, learn, and then formulate an action that can bring value to others. Listening comes into play in a lot of different ways. Right now, it's so important. When you think about well-being, the importance of listening, not just to others, but to yourself. Listening, paying attention to what your body's telling you, what your mind and your emotions are telling you. So important in mindfulness. Also, around what Rebecca shared last week, when it comes to your instinct, listen to your gut. What is your gut telling you to do right now? How can you be the most productive version of yourself? You know, I've personally really appreciated a few people in my life who through discourse and through sharing the challenges of the present day and being stuck working at home have told me, you know, AJ, if you just want me to listen, I'm there for you. Call me up, blow up my phone, let me have it. I'll be your verbal punching bag. I've so appreciated that because, to be honest, I'm a talker. I'm not the best listener. This is a lesson I need to take to heart. You know, I've been a talker my whole life. I process my thoughts verbally out loud, and I think I could maybe talk forever. So much so, my whole life, that it led my dad to say this to me a lot when I was younger. He'd tell me, AJ, you've got two ears and one mouth. Use them in proportion. A great lesson that I appreciate now, maybe more than ever. So, if you're feeling that your battery's running low because you're getting inundated with notifications, alerts, messages, and communication, make sure that communication is complete. Extend to others the opportunity to listen, to be the receiver, and let them send. You never know what you'll learn. So listen, learn, then you'll be ready to lead.